I just tried to do a live from my phone, and apparently the audio was really messed up. Cell phones having issues with the audio. So give me just one moment because I know the Wi-Fi signal's going in and out. This is just a quick live. I actually wasn't planning to go live tonight because I was, gonna just take today um, to myself to, and for the most part, I have to myself to heal. Because as I've shared with you guys, I've lost 5 babies due to miscarriage. Give me 1 second. I just got a message I'm responding to. Give me one moment. Okay, and shout out to all my DzPeepz. I'm getting a lot of emails right now. Thank you so much to everyone who's reaching out. Um, because as I shared with you guys, until the copyright strike time period expires, I'll just be doing all of my lives from Rumble. And to be honest, even though that situation happened, it's actually working out for my good because a lot of people are coming over to Rumble, and essentially this is where I plan to permanently be. YouTube is a great place to grow a platform, but it's not a platform that I want to stay on just because of all of the stuff that's allowed, especially with the gang stalking and cyberbullying. But like I said, I don't plan to be on this live for very long. I've been trying to do quick lives to give some encouragement to those who have lost children due to miscarriage or stillbirths or tubal pregnancies or live children that died. And I just wanted to give encouragement to all of you who have suffered losses, including those who have suffered losses due to losing their mother. Because I know there are a few people I know who have lost their mothers over the past few years, and I know that Mother's Day can be very painful when you have suffered a loss, whether it's a child that was living that passed away, an adult child, a baby, teenager. And my heart goes out to my sister-in-law, Raquel. My prayers are with you because I know that today is very difficult with you having lost your son some years back, and then also losing your mother recently in the past 4 years. So again, I just want to give encouragement to those who may be going through a lot right now. And I know that it's not an easy time for those who are dealing with losses. So let me check the chat. Neptune Pisces, good to see you, my love. Thank you. Riri, thank you so much. Let me see. I just want to give a shout out to you guys in the chat here. And for my DzPeepz on YouTube, if you guys are watching right now, thank you so much for tuning in. Again, I'm going to be doing my lives here on Rumble. And even after the copyright strike time period expires, I'm still going to be doing my lives on Rumble because, again, this is the platform that I do plan to transition to. But like I said, I've lost 5 babies due to miscarriage, and today is very painful. And, I'm always trying to be strong and, stay in a high vibration and encourage other people. But the reality is that today is it hurts. And I just figured, I'd quickly share my experience and hope to encourage others. I know, like I said, for those who have recently lost their mothers, my heart, my love, and prayers go out to you. Shout out to Little Flip. I know that he lost his mom a few years back. And like I said, my sister in law lost her mom. A few other friends have recently lost their mom, and even a few other acquaintances. Why can't I talk? So, again, I just want to encourage those who hurt on Mother's Day. And shout out to my mother and my second mom. I'm so glad I got a chance to speak with you both today. My second mom is my soul sister, my first best friend, Elissa, her mom. And she's been there for me my whole life as well. And I know that it's not easy for her, having lost Elissa in 2014 and then Elissa's only daughter. I know it's not easy for you today with your mom being gone. So, again, I just want to give a shout out to all of those who have lost children, for those who have lost parents, especially those who have lost your mom. I just want to encourage you to be encouraged, and know that as much as it does hurt, it does get easier. And over time, you do get stronger. The pain never goes away, but you learn how to cope, with it. And you become a stronger version of yourself to where later down the road, you can encourage someone else. And family, don't forget to like the video coming in. Please hit that like button. And for those who would like to support the channel and my current medical journey, I've posted my Cash App and Venmo. It's also scrolling across the bottom of the screen. I was on camera, but I popped off camera because, quite honestly, you guys, I don't feel well. My biggest concern is getting biopsies done so that I can know definitively if the tumors in my lower intestine are benign or malignant. And even though people have unfortunately chosen to target my health to make fun of it, it is very serious. That's why a lot of times I tend to go live from the bed, is because I honestly don't feel well. And even with that, I still believe and speak healing over my body from my crown down. So, it's not easy when your body is putting you through changes, and then your heart hurts on top of that, just due to suffering losses. And like I said, Mother's Day, for those who know, how painful it is. And I do want to say Happy Mother's Day to my friends who do have children, but to those that don't, those are the ones that I want to talk to and encourage, because you start to feel like your womb is a failure, and you start to feel like you're less than a woman because you weren't able to carry your baby's full term. And then those who lost due to stillbirths, that definitely runs in my family. As I shared with you guys, I lost my fifth baby that I didn't even know I was carrying 8 months after my dad died. So it was like a double whammy of grief. My dad unexpectedly dying, and then me losing a child that I wasn't even aware that I was pregnant with. It was very painful. So, Ariri, thank you so much, my love, for your positive words. Thank you. And again, shout out to all the DzPeepz that are watching. Family, please spread the word, because I know some people still aren't aware that I'm on Rumble. Like I said, I've gotten some emails, and people have been concerned because they haven't seen me on live, but it's just due to the copyright strikes that were sent when I was basically, sharing on my channel, the other channel that chose to exploit my GoFundMe fundraiser post and my health, and to make negative comments. Quite a few content creators who are just very unhappy people, chose to target that. And what I go through is very real and it's very serious. And I have been losing quite a bit of blood and been in a lot of pain. So, it's not fun going through this and then having to deal with people exploiting it. And because I wasn't aware that that particular content creator, I guess they copywrote their video while I was sharing it, then they sent the 2 copyright strikes. So until around the 20th of this month, I won't be able to go live from YouTube. But after that, of course, I'll be able to. So spread the word, family, to all the other DzPeepz. If you have any contact with any of the subscribers, just let them know to come over here to Rumble. It's really easy. You just sign up, make a free account, and then that way you can drop down in the chat and I can know you're here and give you a shout out. Plus, like I said, I really do want to migrate all the subscribers over to Rumble anyway, because Rumble is a better platform. It's a lot less censored, and there's not all the drama, that goes on YouTube on Rumble. Rumble is definitely more freedom of speech platform. But like I said, I just wanted to talk to those who hurt on Mother's Day, because we're never recognized, no matter what length of time your pregnancy was, you're still a mother. And, no matter, you could have lost a child when they were an infant, a toddler, a teenager, full grown adult. No matter what time period you lost that child, you're still a mother. And I just want to thank those who have reached out. I want to thank everyone who has sent prayers and positive energy. Thank you to those who have been supportive of my channel. And thank you to all of my DzPeepz who continue to show genuine support and love and prayers. It really does mean a lot to me, you guys, because going through this process has been really difficult, and I'm doing my best to stay positive and maintain a high vibration, but it is not easy for me to watch my body go through this and to not know if the tumors are cancer or not is, the most concerning factor, not to mention, the physical pain that I go through, the bleeding, and for people to lie and say that I made this up or that I'm making this up to get donations and to call my GoFundMe fake and to call me fake is just really disappointed. And honestly, to those people, you better hope and pray that you never have to go through this and experience it, because that very well could end up being your karma one day. Since you lied and made fun of me, you may end up experiencing exactly what I'm going through one day, just so you can see firsthand what it feels like. So, I don't like to give energy to lower vibrational people. I don't even want to give them much energy today, but family, please continue to keep me in your prayers, because I am concerned about, what's going on with my body. Plus, I do have fibroids as well as a result of the miscarriages. So, those people that lied and said I was trans and I was born a man, I absolutely was not. I am a cisgender woman who is bisexual, and I have suffered 5 miscarriages, and it's very real. And it's very difficult to be happy on Mother's Day when Mother's Day just reminds me of the losses that I've suffered, not to mention my 3rd miscarriage. And that pregnancy, we did know I was pregnant. That was with my ex, who is originally from here, that lives in Austin. I lost our baby on Mother's Day. So, I fully understand how difficult it is for those who have suffered losses, that this day can bring about and trigger a lot of pain. And then me also, healing PTSD and me healing Graves' disease, the autoimmune disease I was born with that I was diagnosed with in my 20s. It triggers, Graves' disease causes fluctuations in your hormones, and it causes depression and anxiety. And so when you're dealing with that plus PTSD, it is a lot emotionally. And I loved all 5 of my babies, even the 2 that I didn't know I was carrying. Um, I've always wanted to be a mother, and I've helped my 2 oldest siblings raise their kids. And, I think of their children as mine. And I just am looking forward to the day when I actually get to have my future daughter and son, which I've had so many premonitions of, just like their father. I've seen our future in the 5D, and I've seen our daughter and our son. So, considering that I've lost 5, I'm definitely looking forward to one day being able to give birth healthy and to my children, and for them to be able to experience life and watch them grow and just see, who they end up looking like and acting like. And I was really glad I got a chance to talk with my mom today, and also my second mom, my best friend's mom, my best friend Elissa, that passed away. And like I said, just keep me in your prayers. This week is a difficult time because Elissa's birthday is on Tuesday. I deeply miss her, and I know her mom and her only daughter miss her. So my love and heart and prayers go out to her mother and her daughter, because again, I know that today is not easy for them as well. So to those again who have lost mothers, my love, my heart, and prayers go out to you. Um, I know with Little Flip, when we talked before, he, spoke about his mom, and I know that today's not easy for you. So my prayers go out to you as well, and to all of my friends. My friend Courtney, back home, I know that you really miss your mom, and Miss Lynette is with you. So I just want to be, as much as I can be, encouragement to those who are hurting today, and even to those whose mothers are living, but you may not have the best relationship. As I was telling, one of the close family members, subscribers earlier, if it hurts for you to reach out to your mom because maybe the relationship is toxic, just send them a text, because I know firsthand what it feels like after having lost my dad. But when that parent passes away, time no longer exists with them. And my biggest regret with my father is that I didn't take advantage when he did reach out prior to him passing away, because of unresolved issues that we had. And you just don't want to have that feeling of regret when they do pass away. So if your mom is living, still reach out to her. I reached out to my mom, regardless of issues that we've had, and she was honestly depressed because of what she's going through with her health, and having been cooped up in the house. And it just so happened that while I was on the phone with her, my oldest sister, just popped up out of nowhere and surprised her. They actually traveled out of town to come surprise my mom, and I had a really strong feeling that was going to happen. And then sure enough, someone knocked on our door, and I said, "Oh, I guarantee you that's my oldest sister." And sure enough, it was my oldest sister and all of her kids. And so that was a huge blessing, because I haven't talked to them in so long, just because I haven't been able to. My oldest sister deals with a lot herself, so I just hadn't been able to actually get a hold of her. And we got a chance to catch up, and it was very healing for all of us. And my mom was getting jealous. She said, "Well, you guys are talking too much on the phone." I said, "Well, we haven't talked in a long time, so it just felt good for both of us to be able to catch up." And then I was able to speak with my oldest niece, who she's now grown and on her own and in her own place. And I got to talk to my other 2 nieces and my nephew, and it was such a healing for all of us. So even though, yes, I've been having to spend Mother's Day by myself, I'm so grateful that the Most High aligned for my mom to be home, because I would have thought she was at church, and she's like, "Well, I wasn't feeling well, so I stayed home." And then lo and behold, my sister, oldest sister, pops up, and we were able to catch up, and then I was able to talk with my nieces and nephews who, I mean, I haven't talked to them in quite some time, because most times when I would call my sister, she wouldn't answer because of what she goes through with her health. So it was just a blessing today to be able to speak with them, even though I couldn't see them, and then to be able to talk with my second mom and to know that, she's home and she's there with her daughter and her family. And so, like I said, take advantage of the times that you have with your mom if she is living, because you never know when this might be, the last Mother's Day that you have time and space to be able to call and communicate. And I just want to thank the Most High and my angels and ancestors for strength. Um, I've shared with you guys quite a bit about what I go through, and I don't like to talk about things that are painful. I don't like to talk about things that are hard, but I realize that in me sharing my journey, maybe it'll help other people heal. Because at the end of the day, miscarriages and stillbirths and ectopic pregnancies do run in my family. And all of my miscarriages have been ectopic pregnancies. And like I said, 3 of 5, I didn't know I was pregnant. And my third baby, I lost May of 2012. And that was right before the first time I moved to Houston, when I originally moved out here to help open up restaurants for Darden restaurants at Longhorn Steakhouse. So, we lost the baby in May, and then we moved out here in July. And, this is my second time coming back to Houston, which I came back here in 2022. But regardless, I'm just grateful for strength with my spiritual gifts that I have. Every time I was pregnant, I saw my babies in the 5D. And like the last pregnancy, I had taken a pregnancy test and it didn't read anything. It didn't read it like negative or positive. So I wasn't aware. I wasn't aware that. Hold on. Oh, hold on. I just got a message. Give me a second, you guys. So yeah, like I said, I was not aware that I was pregnant until um, I lost the baby, and I was 13 weeks. And with me having Graves' disease, hyperthyroidism, because of the way that it affects my hormones, it's honestly quite difficult for me to know when I'm pregnant, because pretty much I have those symptoms all the time, like, breast tenderness, the mood swings, the hot flashes, and, when I get like really emotional. I have that every month. So, and that's been ever since my thyroid cancer surgery where they took out the left half of my thyroid. And so, and my cycles are always really irregular and, very heavy because of the fibroids. So it was like, I didn't even realize I was pregnant. I remember at that time, my roommate was like, I think you need to take a pregnancy test, because she's like, I'm used to your mood swings, but you've been like more moody and emotional. And I was grieving, my dad's death too. So you're mixing in grief with postpartum and Graves. Yeah, I was very emotional. I cried like all the time. And when I went to the hospital, after the miscarriage, they did confirm that, yeah, I was 13 weeks. My endometrium lining was still very thick, even, weeks after. And it was just, it was really horrible, because it's like, man, I just lost my dad. And now, the beginnings of this tiny little fetus just came out of me. And I'm sitting here in shock, like, what do I do? Do I flush this on the toilet? Do I take it to the hospital? Like, And I think a lot more women should talk about their experiences, um, because it will help other people heal. There is definitely a shock factor that comes into play when you go through a miscarriage, because it's like joy and grief simultaneously, at the same time. You're happy to know that you're pregnant, but you're also sad at the fact that, you're suffering a loss. So I just want to encourage those. And family, don't forget to hit the like button coming in. I want to encourage those who may feel like, you know, today is the worst day ever and you can't get through it. Allow yourself to feel every emotion that comes up for you, but also, don't dwell in that low place. Find a way to get through it. Look for something that brings you joy. Um, that's what I do. I pray, meditate. Like I said, being able to talk with my nieces and nephew today was, and my sister and my mom was really awesome. And then my second mom. And then just honoring the babies that I lost. I know that they're still with me. I still carry them in my spirit and my soul. And even just praying over my womb for my future children, that I keep having, premonitions of, and I keep seeing them in the 5D. So, I definitely believe that my future will be very bright, but right now it is not an easy time, going through serious health challenges that are affecting my ability to work the way that I used to. But yet and still, I still speak healing over my body from my crown down. I speak healing over my womb. I speak healing over the fibroids. I speak healing over the tumors. And I just believe that at some point my victory is coming into play and that I will be healed from all of this. And no matter what anyone says or lies or, tries to exploit, I know that I will get through this, and I will get through, just one day at a time, day to day. So I just want to encourage those again who may be hurting today. Just know that, you are loved and your life has meaning. Even if you might feel like a failure because you miscarried or you had stillbirths or you may have lost a child that was living, just look at your strength that you've been able to keep going. And a lot of times, we're faced with these types of difficulties so that we can be the example of strength and faith and perseverance. So I'm hoping that, my life will be that, and that people will be encouraged. So like I said, I just wanted to jump on since the Instagram live had audio issues, and then I tried to go live on Rumble and multi-stream to Instagram, and then that had audio issues. So I just decided to just jump on my laptop. But right now I am laying down trying to get some rest, and just want to keep everyone encouraged. And for those who can, donations are definitely appreciated and needed, because I really, really need to get in ASAP with a colorectal surgeon, and I need to get these biopsies done for my own peace of mind, just because of the amount of blood I've been losing, the amount of pain I've been in, and the fact that I can feel the tumors, that they have grown, like I can literally feel them, has me really concerned. I don't believe in putting the energy of worry behind anything, because that's a low vibrational energy, but concern, absolutely. And it will just bring me peace of mind to, be able to get the biopsies performed, find out what's really going on, and then get the process started to get the tumors removed. And I speak healing over my body. I speak healing over my womb, that these fibroids will dissolve. I speak healing that these tumors will either dissolve or be removed, and that I will be 1000% healthy and able to, work again the way that I used to be able to work, and just be able to take care of myself and enjoy life. and my womb is healed for my future son and daughter that I keep having premonitions of. I send healing to their father, my future divine masculine, and I speak healing over my entire future, divine favor, divine peace and joy, because the joy of the Lord is my strength. And when people ask me, like, how did you get through 5 miscarriages? I endured the pain of it. I allow myself to feel whatever feeling comes up. I acknowledge those feelings, and then I allow those feelings to pass, because if I dwell in a state of grief, then that will lower my frequency to a state of depression. And again, Graves' disease does cause depression, anxiety, and then the PTSD from the sexual abuse and abuse that I've been through. So it is indeed a fight. And when you start to shift your focus to gratitude, like, it's normal to feel grief, it's normal to feel sad, frustrated, even anger, upset, loneliness when you see everybody else with their kids, and people ask me, oh, how come you don't have any kids at your age? Well, I've lost 5, due to miscarriage. And it's always like a judgmental tone with that question. I'm surprised you don't have kids at your age. And then when I tell people, well, I've had 5 miscarriages due to Graves' disease, the look on their face always changes, and they feel like horrible. And it's like, well, yeah, it's not that I don't want children. I love children. I've helped both my older siblings raise their kids. But it's having been born with Graves' disease and not finding out until I was in my mid to late 20s. Graves does cause reoccurring miscarriages, and it is very possible to carry a baby full term with Graves' disease. But as my doctors have told me, once I become pregnant, I will have to be on bed rest. So definitely my previous pregnancies, I wasn't aware of that, and I definitely was not on bed rest. So when it's time, according to divine timing, I do believe I will have my children, especially my daughter. I keep seeing her in the 5D, and I am just looking forward to the day that she is conceived, and the day that she is born, and the day that they put her, in my arms. And I know I will love her unconditionally, and the same thing with my future son. So again, to those who have lost children, to those who have lost a mother, my heart, my love, my prayers go out to you. And I just want to encourage you to be encouraged and stay encouraged. And for those who would like to support my medical journey and that would like to assist, please send any donations you have to my Cash App and Venmo, which is scrolling across the bottom of the screen. I'll also drop it in the chat again, because family donations are definitely needed at this time, so that I can secure a permanent, stable place, as well as so I can go ahead and get the biopsies done, because it is concerning. I'm not even gonna lie. I've been in a ton of pain, and I've been losing a lot of blood. So all of that contributes to me feeling very fatigued, along with Graves' disease causing fatigue. And so, I just choose to not give my energy to those who are low vibrational, and because I know what I go through, every day. I know what my body is going through, and this is all just a test. It's part of the journey. And you can't have a testimony without a test. So I plan to pass this test with flying colors. I want to be an inspiration and an encouragement to those who are suffering losses, to those who are going through a hard time, and to those who might feel like, giving up, or might feel like, oh, my life is worthless because I don't have kids. I want you to move past that and know that no matter how many losses you may have suffered, 1, you're still a mother, and 2, your life is not worthless. You have a lot to be grateful for. Give me 1 second because for whatever reason this app is doing something weird. And you have a lot to look forward to. The thing that I love about the gifts that I have is that I'm able to see, what's coming for me in the near future. And I look forward to being a mother. I look forward to having my future babies. I look forward to having my family and being able to spend time with my kids, being able to, be the best mom that I can be, and being able to give them the things that I didn't have, mostly starting with healing frequencies, teaching them about manifestation, teaching them about overcoming tests and trials and persevering and being tenacious, being resilient. And I believe that's why the Most High has taken me through this journey, where I've had to take a lot of L's. I've had to endure a lot of losses, but I've also had a lot of victories. And I just believe in declaring and decreeing victory over my life and healing no matter what I'm going through. So hopefully this encourages someone today who has suffered losses, whether again it's miscarriages, stillbirths, tubal pregnancies, or living children that may have passed away, or to those who have lost their mothers, to just be encouraged and know that you are recognized today. You are felt, you are loved, you are valued, you are appreciated, because Mother's Day can be very painful. Again, to children who have lost mothers and to mothers who have lost children. So I hope that you are encouraged today. I hope that you are uplifted, and I hope that you choose to keep going and continue to move forward and not give up. Hey, shout out to Cody in the chat. Thank you so much. Shout out to Riri. Shout out to Lovely Lady. Thank you for tuning in. I'll make sure I recognize everybody in the chat. And Neptune Pisces. So again, thank you, family, for tuning in. Don't forget to hit the like button, family, and share this live, and spread the word to the DzPeepz that aren't aware that we are live streaming from Rumble. Again, I should be able to be back live streaming from YouTube, I think either on the 19th or the 20th. That's when the copyright strike, whatever they call it, because it's not a ban, it's just where you're not allowed to go live if you receive more than one. But that's when it'll expire. So I'll be back live again on YouTube, but for now, I'll be doing all of my lives from Rumble. So just spread the word to all the other family members of D's World. And even though people set negative intentions, I express gratitude because it is allowing me to be able to expand my platform here on Rumble, which is the goal. I actually would love to have all of my subscribers from YouTube transition over to Rumble, because Rumble is more of an independent platform. They're not as censored, and there's not nearly as much drama going on this app, and you can just get your voice heard without all the troll activity. So again, I want to thank all of my real supporters. Thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for your prayers. Thank you for your positive energy. Thank you to everyone who has sent emails or DM'd me, checking on me to see how I'm doing. Shout out to Cody. Shout out to Dion. Both of you have been an amazing support system. I appreciate every time you guys text and make sure I'm okay. I appreciate Dion especially for the times that you have sent support and gone out of your way to make sure I was okay. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, and my love and prayers go out to all of you today. And just know, family, you are loved, you are valued, you are appreciated, your life matters, you have purpose, and don't think that because you've suffered a loss or losses that you're worthless. No, you are a warrior, you are strong, and your path has just had difficulty in it so that you can be an inspiration to someone else. So I really hope that my life is an inspiration to someone, and that it encourages you to not give up when you may feel like giving up. And just want to ask for your continued prayers because my body is going through quite the transition. But even with that, like I said, I do speak healing over my body from my crown down to my feet. I speak healing over my womb. I speak healing over my entire digestive system. I speak healing over these tumors, and I speak divine favor over the financial resources coming in so that I can get my biopsies done and so I can get the fibroids removed. Hopefully, I won't have to have two surgeries back to back, because I did find out when I spoke to a nurse that there's new medication that can help to shrink the fibroids, but with the tumors in my lower intestine, they've been there for about almost 4 years now. So I do believe that will have to get surgically removed unless there's an alternative to where those can be taken care of without surgery. But the last time I did see a doctor about it, which that was a few years back, they said, you absolutely will have to have these surgically removed. So as I've shared with you guys, my insurance does not cover all of that. And that is the reason I created the GoFundMe, and that is the reason that I post about donations. Contrary to what strangers that don't know anything about me on YouTube say, I am going through a very serious medical time, and I don't want anyone to put worry behind what I'm going through, but I do thank you for your concern. I just want you to put prayers behind it and speak healing and divine favor and abundance, because that is the frequency that I need. And definitely financial favor, because I'm literally taking it one day at a time at this point and living one day at a time. So, any donations that have come in are definitely appreciated. I appreciate all of you so much, and donations are definitely still needed. So to all those who can, please send a donation. That way I can, like I said, secure a stable roof over my head and be able to pay my out-of-pocket cost with the colorectal surgeon and the gastroenterologist that I need to see, and go ahead and get all this taken care of, because I just believe that I deserve to be 1000% healthy, and that I deserve to be living my best life, and I plan to be a future wife and a mother, and I have plans on being a successful woman. So, you without your health, you really don't have much, and it's a challenge to work the types of jobs that I've worked before because of the amount of blood that I lose and the amount of pain that I'm in. So I am pursuing remote opportunities, editing. I'm also pursuing remote opportunities with my artwork, my music, my Chef on a Budget, Eat Your Way Healthy, when I have access to a kitchen, as well as teaching about health and nutrition. And I'm also going to start offering online tech support, help for those who, just need like general help with your phones, your laptops, your computers, how to free up space, just different things like that. But in the meantime, getting my health taken care of is my number one priority. So, I literally don't have time for drama and negativity. And a lot of that I just have to tune out, because a lot of that energy that's coming is coming from people that don't know me at all. Like in real life, they have no idea what I go through. And I have no reason to lie or make up what I'm going through with my health. Not to mention I have actual proof and evidence, from photos and videos to show the doctors to medical documentation from all the times I've been in the emergency room. And all they tell me at the ER is that you need to get with a colorectal surgeon as soon as you can, which I'm aware of that, but that requires out-of-pocket costs that at this time I am still in the process of manifesting, because I'm relearning, and I am canceling out all sort of lack mentality and language that I have been taught. So there were some affirmations that I came across, and I just continue to repeat them, and I will be teaching these to you guys as well. But one thing I always speak over my life is that I am divinely protected and provided for, and the universe aligns me with effortless wealth. and all, ancestral money wounds and lack that I was taught, I am unlearning. Wealth flows to me effortlessly, guided by the universe, and the universe replaces scarcity with divine abundance. And not just financial divine abundance, but healing abundance, divine favor, frequency, divine strength. Again, because the joy of the Lord is your strength. So I speak favor and abundance and prosperity over my life. And I speak it over all of you who continue to show love and support, who send prayers and positive energy, and especially those who send donations. I just want my life to be an example of tenacity and resiliency and perseverance. And even when I can't see my way, when the money's not there, I speak it into existence and I declare and decree victory over my healing, victory over every door opening up, victory over getting in with the colorectal surgeon, victory over getting the biopsies done, victory over the tumors getting removed and dissolved, victory over the fibroids getting removed, victory over my womb being healed so I can carry my future son and daughter, and victory just over my life from my crown down. I am healed and divine favor belongs to me and I deserve it above everything. You have to know that you deserve the manifestations you've called in, and I have suffered a lot of loss. Going through 5 miscarriages is so difficult, family. It is such a difficult thing to do and to go through, and it's not easy at all. So my love, my thoughts and prayers go out to every woman who's lost a child, and my thoughts and prayers go out to all of the children who have lost their mothers, whether you're an adult or a child or a teenager. You are loved. The Most High God is with you, and just tap into the God frequency within you to find your strength and call out to your ancestors. I call upon my ancestors right now to divinely assist me with healing my broken heart from the miscarriages. I call upon you to assist me with healing of these tumors. I call upon you to assist me with healing of the fibroids as a result of the miscarriages. I call upon you to assist me with financial abundance coming in so that I can get in as soon as possible to get the biopsies done, so I can get in to get everything taken care of, so I can be in a permanent place. So I want to thank you guys for your love. Thank you for your positive energy. Looks like we got Miss Williams in the chat. Shout out to you. Thank you for joining and tuning in. And family, remember to hit the like button on your way in, and remember to share this live, and remember to let the rest of the DzPeepz family know that we're doing the lives here on Rumble. And again, even when I'm able to go back live again on YouTube, I'm still going to be multi-streaming to Rumble and Instagram, but I really want to migrate over to Rumble permanently, because it's just a better platform, a lot more freedom of speech here, and a lot less troll and drama activity. So family, I love you guys so much. And again, for those who are able to donate, please send a donation to my Cash App or Venmo. It is scrolling across the bottom of the screen. Donations are needed, definitely, and appreciated, and so are their prayers. Please continue to pray for my strength, because it is the physical challenges plus the broken heart of the 5 losses. I tend to withdraw and go inward when I am grieving and when I'm hurting, but I decided, let me share what I'm going through, because quite a few people have reached out to me today to let me know that they're dealing with, grief from losing children or grief from losing a parent. So I just want to encourage all of you who may not feel seen or heard today because you don't have children, because due to losses, that you are loved. Your life, again, matters. I don't want you to give in to depression, because I know that, this day can plummet you into depression. Trust me, I get it. And for me, I never claim depression. I always say that I'm fighting and healing depression, anxiety, and PTSD. So to my 5 babies, I love you. I always have, I always will. And I want to thank you for the brief moment that you allowed me to be your mother, even though I didn't get to hold you. And to my future children, Mommy loves you, and I'm looking forward to carrying you and giving birth to you and raising you. And to my future divine masculine, I send you healing and love and positive energy. And I know that when it is according to divine timing, we will be aligned. But until then, I just want to stay focused on my healing and peace and, building my channel, rebuilding my life. Like I said, once I'm able to get my health taken care of, then I'll be able to do a lot more things. I'll be able to enjoy life a lot more. But for now, I declare and decree victory, divine favor, especially divine financial favor that enables me to get my health taken care of, favor over my healing, peace, joy, abundance, positive energy. And that's what I would say to all of you who may be going through a really tough time. Just declare and decree victory. And thank you, family, for listening. Thank you for being there. Thank you for all those who will send financial support. May you be blessed abundantly, 100,000-fold. And thank you to all of those who have already sent donations in the past. I just want to thank you all for your love. And thank you, DzPeepz, for your encouragement. Because I'm so used to being the one that encourages everybody else. And it's been a blessing to receive the emails and the DMs today where people have been concerned and have sent positive energy and prayers. That is so needed. And even for those who can't donate, just send prayers, because prayers are definitely needed, you guys. Because this is not an easy time for me. It's not easy for me to go through this. It's not easy for me to watch my body go through this, let alone have to deal with trolls that lie and, exploit and try to exploit my vulnerabilities. So I don't give my power to any of them. In fact, even to those who are speaking negative, I take that negativity and transmute that into power. And right now, preparing for the Scorpio full moon that's tomorrow, or technically today since it's already after midnight, and just setting my intentions for a divine favor, for a divine miracle to take place today. Because Lord knows I need a divine miracle, especially a divine financial miracle and a divine healing miracle. So I declare and decree that to manifest in my life. And I just want to thank you guys for your love and support. I want to thank my second mom for always being there for me. Even when it's hard for you, you are always there for me. And I want to thank my mom and my sister. Like I said, it was a blessing being able to speak with them today. And I'm just going to keep moving forward. So family, I love you. Again, I'll be doing all of my lives from Rumble, and hopefully I'll be able to be back live on YouTube around the 20th. And again, even then, I will still be multi-streaming to Rumble and Instagram. So family, put the word out to all the other DzPeepz. Let them know to come over to Rumble. It's really easy. You just set up a free account and then find my channel and pop down in the chat. That way I can give you a shout out and we can keep moving forward. So be encouraged. Know that you're loved, you're valued, you're appreciated, and again, your life matters. And don't ever, ever, ever feel like your life is worthless because you don't have children or because you suffered a loss of a mother or a child. God has a purpose for you. God has a divine plan and divine purpose. So just stay aligned with the frequency of abundance and watch it manifest. All right, family, I will talk to you later. Y'all have a beautiful evening.
Up, I think